Why, hello there, Jacob here. And today, well, I figure I'd go ahead and kind of catch up on a busy weekend that was the Minnesota Wild. And again, sorry for not having this video out sooner, but, well, let's just say it was kind of a busy weekend, and, well, we had to take care of some stuff. But anyway, I figured with, free agency literally happening pretty much as we speak, I thought I'd go ahead and recap the weekend that was in the Minnesota Wild. And buckle up because this is probably going to be a long video. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get things started with the draft. And then Friday night, the Minnesota Wild selected defenseman Zeev Buium with the 12th overall pick in the first round. Buium played his first season of collegiate hockey at the University of Denver last year, totaling 50 points, with 11 goals, 39 assists for those 50 points, as well as 28 penalty minutes, 41 blocked shots, a plus 34 rating in 42 games, as the second youngest player in college hockey. His 50-point season was the first by a freshman in NCAA defenseman in over 20 years, and he led Denver, the Pioneers, in assists and plus-minus, ranked second in points and third in blocked shots, as well as he was the NCHC Rookie of the Year and Best Offensive Defenseman, as well as was named to the All-Rookie Team, First All-Star Team, and All-Tournament Team. So basically, this kid has a lot of potential. And Judd Brackett even mentioned that too. Buium is a smooth, skating puck mover with championship pedigree. We are very excited to add him to the organization. And again, he's sort of the big fish in the pond, if you may say. He's obviously, he's the first round pick at 13 or 12 overall. That's right, because the Wild did trade up a pick in a third to Philly, if I remember right. But anyway, yeah, like I say, he's sort of going to be the big replacement. He's probably also going to end up with Faber at some point, was kind of where I've been hearing a lot of rumors, like once he gets going and stuff like that, him and Faber could actually be a pretty good tandem for that top defensive pairing here in a few years. So, something to keep an eye on. And then the Wild began a busy Saturday by selecting right winger Ryder Ritchie. At 45 overall, he played in 47 games for the Prince Albert Raiders of the Western Hockey League, recording 44 points, 19 goals with 25 assists, which was second most among team skaters, as well as 24 penalty minutes. He was named the WHL Rookie of the Year in 2022-2023, where he posted 55 points. And the 6'1", 175-pound native of Calgary represented Canada at the 24 IIHF Under-18 World Championship, where he posted 8 points, 2 penalty minutes, and a +3 rating in 7 games to help Canada win gold. He also took gold in 2023 at the Hlinka Gretzky Cup, finishing the tournament with 9 points. So, yeah, he's decorated. And plus, also his dad, Byron, played in 324 games over 9 NHL seasons with Carolina, Florida, Calgary, and Vancouver. So he obviously comes from a hockey family, and Judd Brackett basically said he is a skilled offensive threat with good speed and terrific release, which again, as a Wild fan, you can never have too many good right wingers. You can never have too many good wing players. It's kind of an important thing. And then, in the fourth round, the Minnesota Wild selected defenseman Aaron Kiviharju at 122 overall after acquiring the pick from the Boston Bruins, along with, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, trade alert, right winger Jacob Lauko in exchange for forward Vinny Lettieri and the 1/10th pick in this year's draft. So not only did we get this draft pick from Boston, but we traded Vinny Lettieri and the 110th pick, as well as getting Jakub Lauko, which again is sort of, again, the Vinny Lettieri replacement. I mean, he's a bottom six player who can, do a little bit of everything. He was sort of like a spark plug down there in Boston and stuff like that. So again, your prototypical bottom six, who in my opinion is probably just a little bit better than Lettieri, but yeah, I mean, like I say, added depth to the bottom six, can never go wrong with that. And plus, it turned into Aaron Kiviharju as well. And Kiviharju tallied 2 points in 7 games with HIFK Finland, the top professional league, but he missed most of the season due to injury, and he's 5'10", 185-pound native of Turku, Finland. He spent the 22-23 season with the TPS Under-20 team, recording 20 points, 2 goals, 18 assists, 8 penalty minutes, and a plus 11 rating in 20 games, which was third most amongst team defensemen. He also skated in 21 professional games with TPS and recorded 3 assists. He was also a team captain for the 24 IAHF World Championship, tallying 3 assists, and he also helped guide Finland to a bronze medal in 2023 and 2022 as well. So basically, Kiviharju is an offensive puck mover with excellent deception and quickness along the blue line. And I don't know how true this is, but I heard a lot of people saying that the Wild got lucky and was able to get a potential steal of the draft, but because of all the injury issues and stuff like that, that's why he fell to the 4th round versus being like maybe a late first, early second even. But hey, I mean, if he can stay healthy, maybe bulk up, get, himself back underneath him, basically, for lack of a better term, get his skates underneath him and, just develop and get some more bulk on him, who knows? We might have something for the future because, again, this year, Billy Guerin really, really made it a priority to go after defense and defense. Probably saw what happened last year and was like, yeah, no, we really gotta, cover that now. Because, well, let's just say Middleton, Midzi, Bogosian, an aging Jared Spurgeon. There's going to be a lot of holes that will need to be filled over the next few years, and hopefully some, if not all of these draft picks can take over. And ironically enough, in the 5th round, the Minnesota Wild selected, you guessed it, another defenseman in Sebastian Cioni. Cioni collected 8 points, 8 assists, and 12 penalty minutes in 32 games with Kuvi of the Maistis League in Finland last season. His assist total tied for 3rd most all-time by a defenseman 17 or younger, and his point total is tied for 4th most in a single season. He also skated in 6 games and lives with Ives in Finland's top professional league. The 6'2", 187-pound native of Tampere, Finland, recorded 10 points, 3 goals, 7 assists, in 28 games with Ives' top junior men's league during the 22-23 season, and posted 9 points, 1 goal, 8 assists in 17 games with Ives' under-18 team. He also helped with the bronze medal in the Finland's 2022 under-17 World Hockey Challenge, tallying 4 points. And Sebastian is a two-way defender with an excellent combination of size and skating. So finally starting to also not just add, some puck-moving defensemen, but also some size and skilled defensemen, which, again, you can never have too many of. And finally, wrapping this whole thing up, the Wild selected the penultimate pick. The Wild selected a goalie in Chase Woodsky in the 5th round. Woodsky posted a 19-10-2 record with a 2.82 goals against average and a .904 save percentage, as well as 1 shutout in 36 games with Red Deer last year in the WHL. ranking 9th in the WHL in goals against average and 13th in save percentage. He also played in 7 Western Hockey League playoff games, tallying a 4-3 record with a 2.48 goals against and a 924 save percentage. And he is a 6'2", 161-pound goaltender from Deadbin, Saskatchewan, and owns a 23-10-3 record with a 3.0 goals against average and an 898 save percentage, and 1 shutout over 43 games in 3 seasons with Red Deer. So yeah, he's an athletic, quick goalie with good length and has good compete level. So I think that's about all you can ask for in a goaltender and stuff like that, especially one that could potentially be in your rotation in a few years if everything works out. Because Wallsted's going to be the future. He's probably going to be the backup if I had to guess as of right now. Granted, we all know that can change literally in 5 minutes. But it's just one of those things where, hey, you can never have too many goaltenders in your prospect pool. You can never have too many wingers in your prospect pool, defensemen. I mean, you can just never have too many good, solid depth pieces. Especially because you got to fill out your Iowa Heartlanders and Iowa Wild rosters as well. So yeah, I'll be kind of curious to see what Watsky can do. And finally, to close out the draft, the Wild selected defenseman Stevie Leskovar in the 6th round. And Leskovar is more of a pest-style defenseman because he recorded 12 points, 2 goals, 10 assists, and 113 penalty minutes with a +11 rating, and 96 shots in 61 games with the Mississauga Steelheads of the OHL last year. His penalty minute total led the Steelheads and ranked 13th in the OHL. 6'4", 207-pound native of Cambridge, Ontario, owns 15 points, 3 goals, 12 assists, 167 penalty minutes, and 151 shots in 125 OHL games over 3 seasons with Mississauga and Peterborough. He also recorded 18 points, 10 goals, 8 assists, and 22 penalty minutes in 16 games with the Lakefield Chiefs of the Provincial Junior Hockey League during the 2021-22 season. So basically, he's the big, heavy, physical presence on the back end. Basically, the one that, clears the goalie, clears the front of the crease. One of those that gets in the dirty areas, ain't afraid to mix it up for his teammates. Big-bodied defenseman, which is something the Wild could desperately use. Because that's always been one thing with the Wild. They've never had the biggest defenseman in the world. I mean, they're not afraid to scrap it up. They're not afraid to do what they need to do at the end of the day, which is nice. But, again, 6'4", 207 pounds, you can't teach size. And that's, again, one thing I've always complained about with the Wild just in general. They don't really have a lot of big, beefy pieces like that, are just physical forces, But, yeah, like I say, hopefully he turns out and hopefully he becomes sort of that grit sandpaper type player that all teams need. But yeah, that basically wraps up the draft. And real quick, too, the qualifying offers for the Minnesota Wild are as follows. Bill Guerin decided to make qualifying offers for Graham Clark, Adam Raska, Sammy Walker, and defenseman Declan Chisholm. But they did not make qualifying offers to Sam Hentges, Dmitry Ochinnikov, Dmitry Ochinnikov, Mason Shaw, defenseman Simon Johansson, and goaltender Hunter Jones. So, alrighty, well, kind of a longer video here, but again, a lot has happened over the last few days, and also, like I say, free agency going on, so stay tuned as you may or may not see me a few more times throughout the course of the day, maybe the next couple days or so, but, yeah. that'll basically wrap up this video. So like I say, if anything else happens, I'll be sure to chime in. And until we meet again, this is Jacob. Have a good day.